Yo, what's up people? It's me, Shock, bringing you people some more content. So for today's video, I will be focusing this video on Showdown. Now, Showdown is a game mode of a choice. Do you want to do Duo Showdown or do you want to do Solo Showdown? Now, it's very opinionated in which is better. And basically, I'm going to be breaking down the top tips to get as many trophies and perhaps even grind a Brawl to 1,000 trophies in Showdown. Now, the number one thing to do is not team. Do not team. Now, this is probably the most opinionated thing in all of Brawl Stars, but for the outcome of being good at the game, it's really not that good. Unless you don't give a damn about being good at the game, then who cares? But if you want to actually be good at the game and have 20,000 trophies, or do you want to suck at the game and have 20k trophies and no one will want to play with you just because you suck, it's pretty much, it comes down to that, because teaming is basically like an improved cheat to gain trophies. Now, teaming is not my thing, but some people like it, some people don't. It's probably the most opinionated thing in all of Brawl Stars. And basically, the top way to gain trophies is look at your surroundings, okay? When the map spawns in, you look at all of your surroundings. Now, you look at the two people next to you, depending what map it is, if it shows you, for example, Forsaken Force or Feast of Famine, and then use that to your advantage. So say you're, I don't know, a Piper, and there's an El Primo and a Brock. Well, you want to go for the El Primo. Actually, no, it's a poor example. Say you're a Crow and there's an El Primo and a Brock. You want to go for the El Primo. So go for the El Primo, get the quick kill, get a charge, take down a brawler rank so that someone dies, so that there'll be 9 people remaining, so you're guaranteed to lose this many trophies. And if everybody does that, then there'll be 5 people remaining. Obviously, people don't want to fight that way, but if you can get as many kills as possible, you're sealing your victory, you're sealing your you're increasing your chances on getting a victory. Now, another thing is, the map is extremely important. Now there are a few people that use / suggest Brawl stats, but in my opinion, I would not suggest it at all. It's absolutely useless. It's outdated as hell. It's not adapted to the new star powers. Like, it may show what star powers are as good, but it doesn't really change its opinion. Well, it doesn't really change on the top 3 brawls. The top 3 brawls are always suggested to be Bo, Leon, and Crow. Those are always the top. I don't know why, but they are, and it has never changed. When gadgets were released, when 2 star powers were released, when freaking 10 brawls were released, it's always stayed the same. So it is not reliable. It's not a reliable source. It does not update itself. Go back a year ago and yeah, it's pretty reliable, but now these days it's not really. So I would suggest every single map you need to study. You need to make sure, okay, well, this map is this, so I'm going to use this brawler. And it's also a really good idea to see, okay, I'm having success using Bull in Feast of Famine, so in the season, I'm going to use Bull in this specific map to maximize my trophies. That is very important, because if you don't, then you're going to struggle to gain. For example, if you use Piper in Feast of Famine and you use Bull in Dark Passage, you're going to struggle big time. If you're not aware, Dark Passage is extremely far range, and Feast of Famine is extremely close range. Depends. Feast of Famine, I've noticed with B, Feast of Famine, she dominates. Almost guaranteed top 4, and that's why I'm using her currently. If you're not aware, that is why she is insane for this. And she's pretty much insane for any map. In Showdown, B is just a great option, especially Honeycomb, but I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Now, another thing is, you need to realize something. Camping is not a bad thing. It's so good to camp sometimes. If you see, oh, okay, I'm an El Primo and there's only pipes on the map. This would probably never happen. Maybe once or twice. But say it happens, camp it out. You look at your surroundings, or if you see, oh, okay, I only have 1 box, I only have 2, and then you look at your brawl. For example, Crow, he doesn't really need power cubes because it's just going to be 2 less ammo than he's going to use, so he doesn't really need it. It doesn't really change him that much because his stats are pretty low, so it doesn't really affect it that much, if you understand what I'm saying. But for example, say El Primo, if one punch does from 400 to, I don't know, 450, that's another 50 damage. Do his whole attack, and that's another 200 damage per power cube. That's game changing right there. So look at your brawlers and study if they need power cubes. If they could do without power cubes. For example, B does amazing without power cubes. Her charged B shot is threatening enough. Now let's just look at how good Honeycoat is here. This is why I love the star power Honeycoat. Check it out. Look, 3 people are remaining. Let's do this. We have 1 HP. Oh! And now there's 2 people remaining. I came second purely because of that. Star powers are key to choose. You have to choose your correct star power. For example, with 8-bit, if you have extra life and his first star power, I do not know what it's called. I'm sorry, but who actually memorizes what it's called? It's not really that popular. Then go with extra life, because you need to look at the value and you need to look at the brawl that you're using, because you don't need to be... this is... A lot of people say, oh, I don't know how to use this brawler, therefore I'm not going to use them. Or I don't know how to use this brawler, so I'll have to learn or something. That's not really how it works. Every single brawler is very self-explanatory. The only brawler that is probably Mortis and Tick and Dynamite. Those are the other than that, you don't really need to learn. You just need to be generally good. If you're not generally good, then it shows something about yourself. And another thing to gain trophies super fast is make sure that you at least have, say you just start off the game, push to the limit of your trophies. Go back a month ago, and I did not think I'd be able to get someone to 900 trophies in Showdown. I got my Leon to 900 trophies. I got my Crow to 800 trophies. I've got my B to 850 trophies. I've got my Jackie to 750. I did not think I could do that, so I tried it, and I did it. Basically, getting your first rank X is really hard. For example, getting your first rank 20 for me was Shelly. That was super hard. Then I got Carl. Then I got Bull. And then they buffed the trophies, which it was really easy to get rank 20s then, so it was really nothing cool. But back in the day, when getting trophies was really tough, like at 700 trophies, if you came first place in Showdown, you'd get 5 trophies. Like, it was rough. So, before that was changed, gaining trophies was hell, but that's not the time, so let's adapt. Okay, let's adapt to what's it looking like right now. And another thing is, if you want to get a lot of trophies on a specific brawler, max them out, get their gadget, depending on how good their gadget is. For example, B, it's not really that necessary, but say like Crow, it's a big thing. You'll get way more trophies. Yes, it got nerfed, but it got nerfed because it was overpowered. Normally, game developers don't nerf something and kill it. Normally, they'll nerf it to balance it, so it's still good. That's something that Supercell sometimes do most of the time, but they have killed a few brawls in the past. Which sucks. But anyways, besides the point, they balanced it up, which is good. But basically, that's pretty much it. That's honestly it. Just know your surroundings, study the brawlers, and also know every single outcome. Try to understand every outcome. Think of it as if every single brawler hit all their shots, and you should be all good to gain all your trophies as you need. Anyways, well, that's Grandpa for today's video. Hope you did enjoy, and I hope this gave you some tips. If it did, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and maybe tell me in the comments if it did help you, because, yeah, see ya.